welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. So I'm so happy that you are here to spend a little of your day with me. I've got a couple of things planned. One thing is that I thought I would go through and share with you some PR that I've recently received and give you kind of like maybe, I guess, mini reviews, if you will, on some of these products that were sent to me. And then also I want to switch over my purse. I bought a purse back in February. If you happen to watch my shopping overnight vlog that I did, I got a purse during that shopping trip that I have yet to switch over. So I want to go ahead and do that because I'm excited to start using that purse. I also have a recipe to share with you. And also another thing that's been bothering me is I still have an Easter bunny wreath on my front door that I would like to switch out and put something else up there that is not Easter related. So those are a few of the things that I do have planned today, but we will see where the day takes us. But I am so glad that you are here to hang out with me a little bit. I hope that when you tune into these types of videos on my channel, you just feel like you're hanging out with a friend, because I always feel like I'm just speaking to my friends. So I'm really, really happy that you're here. So it's been a minute since I have done a vlog. I don't do these all that much because I have confessed to all of you before that my life is the Groundhog Day. I mean, I essentially do the same things over and over again. And if I were to show you like a vlog every week, I think everyone would be completely bored stiff. And my vlogs, and maybe that's why my vlogs do not do very well, because my life is pretty boring. I have to say that. But I do appreciate those of you that are here. I don't know if you could hear the little clumping in the background. Louis definitely needs a nail trim. Oh, here he comes. Yeah, so I do need to get his nails trimmed within the next couple of days because he sounds like a Clydesdale. Hello, buddy. I don't think you can see. I don't think your fans can see you. No. He is such a good boy. And honestly, I can't believe he's 13 and he's doing so well. There was time back in the winter when my husband and I were kind of like, oh no, he's not doing that great. He was just really showing his years. Ooh. And he's actually on a prescription from our vet has us give to him called Galliprant. And it's for his arthritis, and oh my goodness, what a difference that has made for him, being able to go up the stairs really easily. He looks like he's just moving and a lot more comfortable, so that prescription is really working for him. And then she also has us giving him a supplement that seems to help. So he's doing so well, and even, you know, some days when I think he's a little slow inside, I put that leash on him and boom, he wants to get booking down the street. He just loves his walk. So Louis is doing good, because I know that so many of you are Louis fans and you like it when he shows up in the videos, and I can't always encourage him to come in, but he is doing really well. Now, as far as things coming up with my channel, I've got another like shopping haul to share with you. Things that I wanted to get for spring just to kind of freshen things up. And I've said to you before, I try to do a balance here on my channel between fashion content and skincare and beauty and just lifestyle, because I get bored if I'm doing one thing for too often. And I wonder if you feel that way too. I know there are certain viewers that only really like the try-ons, and then there are some that just want the like skincare and anti-aging. So I hope that you all stick with me, even though I try to vary the content, because I just hope there will be something for all of you, because I'm coming up on my 4-year anniversary of doing YouTube is coming up this month. Actually, I can't even remember which day in May that I actually uploaded my first video. And I think back on that very first video that I uploaded, it was an Old Navy try-on, and I cringe. I would not want to watch it again, because I'm sure it would just be cringy to watch. But I remember uploading it and then thinking like, what in the heck did I do? And it's like the first time you upload a video, you keep looking like, is anyone going to watch it? And you do feel, it feels so hard to do when you're talking to basically no one when you start your channel. Like, it's a very weird thing, but I'm happy I've stuck with it for this long. I feel honestly I've made so many wonderful friends out there with you, because I swear I have the best subscribers. My regular subscribers, you are all just the nicest people, and I could not ask for better subscribers. So you really make this so enjoyable for me, and I am still having a good time doing it. So yeah, I can't believe it's my 4-year anniversary coming up. Oh, and another thing I wanted to do with you today, which I hope will be interesting, I have here a basket full of like PR items that I've received. And I thought maybe I could go through and give you kind of like little mini reviews so far on on these products. I hope that that would be interesting. And I have to be honest with you though, that it's still, I get a kick out of the fact that companies just send me things for free. And the way PR works is that companies will just reach out and offer to send you their products or product, and there is no strings attached. I mean, they're hoping that you will like it and you will mention it and tag it in a video or whatever, but there is no obligation. So the fact that companies just send me free things, I still get a kick out of, because like, who am I? I mean, I'm nobody, and companies are sending me free things. I mean, it's very neat to me still. So I still get a kick out of it. But these products in here, I think are worth mentioning, and I think maybe some of you would be interested in hearing my 2 cents maybe about these products. So I thought we could go through this little basket here of some PR, and I can give you my thoughts on these products. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll go through the PR that I have received. All right, so the first PR product that I wanted to share with you, Crown Affair reached out to me and they sent me some of their dry shampoo. And look at this, this is their dry shampoo. Doesn't it look like it's a powder like makeup? And I have to tell you, I am not a dry shampoo person. I just don't like it. I never have found one that actually makes my hair feel better. I always look like the old lady Halloween costume when I've tried to use dry shampoo. I'm not a fan. So I was kind of curious trying a dry shampoo like this, but I think it's so interesting because it is in this container that is like, looks like powder, like a makeup powder. And then the little brush is on top, and you can kind of sift the powder out. Do you see the little holes? You sift the powder out, you dab it in, and I'm getting it all over. And then you just kind of dab the brush where you want the dry shampoo. And I kind of do it just at my part, and then I do it here like at the nape of my neck. And oh my goodness, does this stuff smell amazing. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It is truly like a luxe smelling hair product, and it lingers. So if you don't like the scent, I will warn you on that. It lingers, but I love the fact that it lingers. The first day that I used this, I was watching TV with my husband in the evening, and I was like, oh my gosh, what smells so good? And it was the dry shampoo that I had put in earlier that day. I must have just like, you know, tousled my hair or something and kind of like revived the fragrance. It smells so amazing. So if you want to look into a bougie dry shampoo, because this is nothing like those spray cans, the Crown Affair one, this is really nice. And this is coming from someone who doesn't like dry shampoos. I really do like this. All right, the next PR product, I got this from InnBeauty. And I think they had sent this to me because they have seen me linking their Extreme Cream, which I absolutely love. So this is the Extreme Cream for eyes. Now this is that same like lovely texture as the Extreme Cream. Now, those of you that have seen me talk about the Extreme Cream that I love so much, I have mentioned before that it just feels different to me. Like it's so rich, but yet it sinks in so easily. Because usually really rich creams have a tendency just to kind of sit on my skin and they just kind of feel like they're just on top instead of really soaking in. And the thing about the Extreme Cream is that it's really like a thick, rich texture, but yet it just like sinks right into my skin, which is why I love it so much. So I've said before, it feels different. I can't explain it. And I think the reason it is different is this little pamphlet that came with the eye cream. They say they use a reverse emulsion technology. So it's something about like either oil and water or water and oil, the way that this is combined that is different. And that makes sense to me. Maybe that is what is giving that feel of completely like a really rich cream, but it soaks in. And this eye cream is exactly like that. And I will tell you, I've dabbled with eye creams over the years and just haven't been consistent. But it truly makes a difference when you have older skin and you've got dry, crepey under eyes. Eye creams make all the difference in the world as far as like concealers going on. I was struggling there for a while. Every concealer, even my favorites, were just caking up, looking awful. Using an eye cream, and this is the one I have been using, it really makes a difference because then your concealer just seems to go on so beautifully. So really, really liking the Extreme Eye Cream. It's so similar to the Extreme Cream that I love so much, so I was pretty sure I was gonna like it. So this is a new product for them, but really, really nice eye cream. All right, the company Snif reached out to me and they make fragrances. And they sent me two. This one is called Cocoa Shimmy and this one is Me. And this one, Me, is supposed to be really individual and really react to your skin and make it a scent that is you and would be different on everyone. And I have to say, this one on me pulls really masculine. Like it smells good, but it's like a very, very masculine scent. So this one, even though the scent is not it's not offensive and I do like the way it smells, it just doesn't smell like me, ironically. But what I do think is really neat about this company Snif, that if you were to order, say you read the reviews for this Me fragrance and you wanted to try it, you would get in your order one of the little tiny trial vials as well as this big bottle all sealed. So you can try this and see if you like it before opening this up if you don't, and then being able to return it, which I think is genius when ordering fragrances online. I think that is a great idea. And then they sent me Cocoa Shimmy, and I haven't put anything on today, so I'm gonna put some of this on. This is a tropical vacation in a perfume bottle. And I'm gonna put the notes up over here of what this is because I smell a lot of like pineapple, maybe a little bit of coconut. I think there's some kind of floral. It's just, this is like summer. This is like, if you want a summer fragrance, this is one that I think you would like. If you like those like summery tropical notes. So it's Cocoa Shimmy. And I will tell you, these Snif ones, one squirt and they last. This one I absolutely love for summer. When I smelled this, I was like, oh my gosh, my mom would have loved this. She loved those like beachy, like almost like suntan lotion scents. She would have absolutely loved this. So I think this is so pretty and I'm really excited to be able to wear this summer. So the Snif fragrances were new to me. I had never heard of that brand, but now really like this one. Womaness reached out to me recently and offered to send me some products. And what's funny is that I did a whole video on this a couple of years, like maybe it was like 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago on my channel. I bought this Less Neck Serum and I used it for a few months and I really, really liked it. I remember that it does a really good job, especially with like the necklace lines. It seems to soften them. and I really liked it, and for whatever reason stopped using it, maybe because I try a lot of different things, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to try this again because I did make a whole video on this a couple of years ago. So I have to tell you, there is something to this serum. It's kind of a neat type of applicator because you turn it on and then push it up and you can roll it onto your neck. It feels good. And then I take my fingers and just kind of rub in the remainder. And they say that in here there is something called peptide, and it's supposed to like give you a firming sensation. And I will say it really does. It really makes your neck feel like your skin is a little bit firmer. Now, I even have put this over my Sunday Riley CEO Glow that I swear by for crepey necks. I've got that on and then this on over it. And I really think there is something to this serum. So I'm really enjoying this again. And it's funny because like I said, I used to buy this and use this and for whatever reason got away from it. But I think there is something to this. So I am liking this. And then they also sent me, this is their Overnight Magic. Now this is a night cream with bakuchiol. And the texture of this is super like whipped. This is a nice one if you don't like a super heavy cream. The texture is just really, really nice. It's not like super thick, but it's moisturizing enough. But then this also has that peptide or whatever ingredient, and I feel like this makes your skin feel firmer too. So this is supposed to be a night cream, but I've actually used this a couple of times in the day now underneath my sunscreen on top of the roll-on serum, the Let's Neck serum, and I think there's something to these products just making your skin feel a little bit firmer. So I think this is a good one. Oh, one thing I do want to mention though, there is fragrance in this one. It's very light. Maybe it's a citrusy. It's not, it doesn't bother me and it doesn't bother my skin either. It doesn't linger, but if you do not do any fragrances on your face, there is fragrance in here. But I do think this is kind of a neat, like, cause I put this on and it just feels like my skin is just like got saran wrap or something, or like it's just tighter. Not uncomfortable though. So I am liking this. All right, Versed sent me this. This is their Weekend Glow Daily Brightening Solution. And this is really nice. This is like a glycolic serum with also some other antioxidants in it. And I don't know if you can see, but I have used like 3/4 of the bottle. So it's kind of neat. You just push this down and then the product comes up onto the cotton pad and you can just put it over your face. But I actually really like this, and I have been using this a lot of mornings, like after I wash my face. I love that this has glycolic acid in here because it's an ingredient that I've really wanted to incorporate because it really does a lot of good things. It helps to build collagen, but it also gets rid of all the dead skin cells so that other products soak in better and you just have more of a glow. So I'm really liking this, and I think the Versed products are really affordable too, but this is one that I really like from Versed. This is nice. Now Maelove sent me some products. I really like the exfoliator. Now this is a physical exfoliant. So this is a physical scrub, but it's so fine, I think, as you can see. Now, you might be like me where sometimes you like a physical exfoliation on your face. There's something that feels so good when you do it, but obviously if you got really sensitive skin like I do, you can't be using really harsh scrubs. But this one is so fine, and if you do it just really gently, it feels amazing. You rinse this off and you will have the best makeup day, I swear to you. I sometimes like to use this if I'm gonna be filming just so that my makeup goes on extra nice because it's just like this smooth canvas. So I love this exfoliator. This will be one that I buy again because really, really nice. But my gosh, you don't need much of it. This tube's gonna last me a long time. But if you like a physical scrub, this is really a good one. And they also sent me the Moonlight, what is it called? Retinal Super Serum. I'm trying to tiptoe into using this on my neck because my neck really revolted against any kind of retinols recently. And I have used this successfully like one night a week, but then I waited another couple weeks before trying again. So I've only used it a few times, but it seems to be okay. I did not wake up with an enraged red neck, so we'll see. But I like the serum. One thing is so funny is that it's yellow though, the color of retinaldehyde. So you look a little crazy. I always look a little crazy going to bed. I feel so sorry for my husband, the way that I've got, you know, creams and hair pulled back and diaper cream. I mean, he looks at me sometimes. But if you are not worried about looking crazy, this does have like a yellowish tinge to it, but really do like this one. So I'm sticking with this and I will keep you updated, and really hoping I can continue to use some retinol products on my neck, because we know that's one of the best things we can do for anti-aging. So I really want to be able to, and this one I'm starting out slow, but so far so good. All right, so those are some PR that I received. Hope it was fun just kind of hearing my thoughts on these. And some of these products I'd never even heard of, like the Crown Affair, I really knew nothing about until they sent it to me. And like I said, it was just a very nice surprise. So I hope this could be helpful and fun. All right, so I think we are gonna move on, and I think the first thing I wanna do is switch over my purse. So I'm gonna go upstairs and get my new purse, and we are gonna switch over and clean out my old purse and get ready with my new one, and I'm excited to use that. All right, so this is my old purse, and this is the new purse that I got at the Coach outlet back in February. And yes, it is the exact same purse. And I explained when I got this one in February, I love the size and everything about this bag so much that I wanted to get a different color. So I'm really excited to have this nice like ivory one for the spring, summer. So I'm gonna take everything out and put it into the new one. And I did not clean out my purse, so this is gonna be a true like what's in your purse type of thing here to see. Hopefully I don't have anything that's embarrassing in here. This is a mess. I have been meaning to kind of clean this out, and this is definitely a mess in here. See, I've got little Advil tablets just floating around in here too. All right, I think I've got everything out of there. So, oh my goodness, this is a mess. Oh, I see there's still a little plastic. I gotta get a pair of scissors, cut that off. I always just let my purses get way too far gone. I don't know, there's some people, some women have just like such nice, neat purses. That is usually not me. Now to decide if I want all of this. I do love this little side pocket. I keep my name tag for my volunteer job in there, and it's always easy to find, so I think I'm going to keep that back there. And then this was a contact case when I just got my contacts, but I always like to keep an extra pair of contacts just in case too. So I like that in the little side pocket. Oh, there's plastic on this zipper too. Random grocery list, a bag tag from last year. There we go. So obviously my wallet is going to be staying, and my fob. I mean, seriously, who is going to want that cough drop? You're going to have to be so desperate. The dust and dirt on that, that's so gross. Appointment cards. All right, so I told you in my unsexy products videos, I always keep the Foot Glide in my purse because it has come in so handy. And even recently I was with my son, and he had gotten a new pair of sneakers, and he was walking and he was kind of complaining they were rubbing. I was like, oh my gosh, I've got something. He rubbed it on there. He's like, this stuff is really good. So I always keep my blister stick. I don't keep a lot of makeup in my purse, but I do have this, the Maelove, the Face Defender. It's like the gel that takes the shine down. This must have been in there from last summer, but I will leave that because it is kind of nice if you do get a little shiny. And then of course I've just got lip products. Oh, I was thinking of doing this next time I go for my manicure. I was thinking of bringing that because I like that color. I've got 4 lip products. It's probably a lot, but this is my current favorite, the Revlon. It's It's got such a long name. I just love that so much. I put them on. And this Dibs, have you ever tried this Dibs lip gloss? I really like this one too. This was a little buxom sample. It's okay. And then here, the Lancome I was trying to finish up. So I do have my lips covered, and then a basic chapstick. And then I've got this mirror because you always need to check your teeth. I've got a random barrette in there. I don't need that. I never use a comb, but I keep it in here just in case. And a nail file, I guess that's good. Some tissues. I like to always keep some deodorant just in case. And I'm really hoping I can find the Lumi and the Pine Scent in this little one because I like to keep those in there just in case. Hand sanitizer, always need that. This is a little hand cream that I got from my dermatologist's office. I'll keep that in there. And my Tide wipes, I love, or they are the Tide. Yeah, the Tide to Go wipes, I love these. A random Dum Dum lollipop. And these RX protein bars, have you ever had these? These are the only ingredients in here that are listed right on the front. So there's 3 egg whites, 6 almonds, 5 cashews, and 2 dates. So there's not obviously a lot of ingredients. And how much protein is in one of these? They're not super high. Oh, 12 grams. So these are okay. They're not my favorite. They're really, really chewy, but they're good, you know, when you need something quick. So I will keep this in here because this is not totally gross. So I'll put that in. And I had this liquid IV, but it feels like a rock. I don't even think it would be able to dissolve in water. There's a little quick look in there. Doesn't that look so much nicer? All right, so I'm so glad I got this done because I've been wanting to start using this pretty purse. And I am getting hungry, so I think I'm gonna share the recipe for this bean salad with you that is so good, and you can make it and keep it in your refrigerator for like the whole week and just eat it. It just gets better every day. So I'm just gonna clean up this stuff here, and then I'm gonna share that recipe with you. All right, so I did not prepare for this recipe because what I normally use I don't have on hand, but you know what? I'm still gonna make it because that's what's great about this recipe. It's so adaptable. So today I'm gonna use a yellow pepper, 3 little baby cucumbers, some of chopped red onion. I've got these chickpeas from Trader Joe's, and they are in the parsley and the cumin. They're really good. And then I normally like red beans, but I don't have any red beans, so we're gonna use northern beans. And then the Mount Olive, they make these Italian seasoned banana peppers. I really like that. And for a little bit of seasoning, we're gonna do the Goya adobo. All right, so I wish I had had different beans. I should have checked my pantry before filming this, but I don't feel like running to the store, so we're gonna make it work with all this here. And it's gonna be delicious. All right, so I'm gonna start chopping up the pepper first. And instead of just doing the straight recipe, I thought we could chat for a little bit. So I'll list the recipe below, like the one that I normally follow with like the beans that I normally use. I'll put that below. But I thought that we could just maybe hang out and chat while I'm doing this. Although this video is probably going to be so incredibly long, and I'm so sorry. I'm not a person that likes really long YouTube videos. Like a half hour is about like my max at one point. Like if I do see one of my other, you know, YouTube friends and they've got a longer video, sometimes I will like break it into a couple parts because I just prefer the shorter content, but we'll see. Hopefully this will not be too long. But I have to tell you, because I got so silly this morning. I was scrolling through TikTok, and there was this guy, and oh my gosh, I was laughing so hard. My husband, he was like, "What are you laughing about?" And I think it's because I didn't sleep all that great last night, so I'm like kind of punchy. And this guy in this TikTok video, he was saying that he was on a Zoom call for his work, and he says, "I love Burt's Bees. I always have it at my desk, and I'm always putting it on because my lips are always dry." And he didn't realize that he had bought the Burt's Bees with the tint. So he was sitting there in his Zoom call on his work call, and he had it so he couldn't see himself, because if you've ever used Zoom, you can like turn off your own so you don't have to see your face up there. So he couldn't see himself, but he grabbed his Burt's Bees and he grabbed the tinted one, and he, you know, when you're just putting on lip balm, you put it on differently than if you're putting on lipstick. And he didn't realize it had the tint, and he he said he looked like the Joker. And finally one of his like work friends like in the private messaged him in the Zoom and was like, nice color on you. And he was like, I had no idea what he was talking about. And then he, I don't know, somehow it was after the Zoom meeting had even ended, and he looked in the mirror and he just died laughing, because there he had this Burt's Bees, like it was a pretty dark but like berry tint all around his mouth. And I just thought that was absolutely hilarious, because it's absolutely something that I would do. And it got me thinking to a time when I was at the movies with my mom many years ago, and she did the same exact thing. She had, it was Burt's Bees too, and it was one of the tinted ones. And it was during the movie that her lips were dry, so she thought she was just grabbing like a regular Burt's Bees to put on her lips, and it was the tinted one. And we walked out of the movie theater, and she had it all over her face. I was like, Mom, what are you doing? And we, you know, I pulled out my mirror so that she could see, and then she was just cracking up. And it's just stuff like that makes me laugh so hard, because I can totally relate, because I'm such a dork, and that is absolutely something that I would do and, you know, not know. And that guy, he was laughing so hard, you know, during the video. And I don't know about you, when someone else is laughing, like I can't help but not laugh. So I was just, it was a great way to start my day, even though I didn't get much sleep and I'm kind of punchy. It was so funny to me. All right, so in the bowl here, I've got the yellow pepper, the 3 baby cucumbers, and some red onion. Obviously do red onion to taste. I like red onion, so I added that much. So I've got that in the bowl. Now I'm going to add some chopped up banana peppers. These are mild, and they're also, like I said, the Italian seasoned ones I really like, but you can use just regular banana peppers, or if you don't like them, you could substitute roasted red peppers. I mean, whatever it is that you like works for this salad. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I usually chop up about that much. Okay, I'm gonna add that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and rinse and drain these beans. All right, so this is what the Trader Joe's, the chickpeas with the parsley and cumin look like. Ooh, and I just got oil all over the counter. Yeah, I'm gonna drain a little more of this oil out, because there is a lot of oil in these, so I'll be right back. All right, so I tried to drain out as much oil as I could of these. And then I rinsed the northern beans. Now, normally I would take some avocado oil and just drizzle a little bit of that, but because there was oil in the chickpeas from Trader Joe's, I am not doing that today. And then I like the adobo seasoning. I know this is probably like Mexican and the Italian, and you're probably like, she's all over the place, but I do like a little of this. And then you just go ahead and mix everything up. All right, so this is what it looks like. And like I said, normally it looks a little different because I've got red beans, but I think you can see how you can just adapt this to whatever you have on hand. And I know this is gonna be delicious. I like to put it over a little bit of cottage cheese for lunch, and I think that's delicious, but it's good just on its own, and it really holds up well in the refrigerator all week. You can just put it in like a Tupperware type container, and it will last all week, and it actually gets better at a couple of days in because the flavors really all marry together. It's really good. So I hope that you like this if you try it. I think this was like the worst recipe I've shared with you because I was not prepared. I didn't have what I normally use, and there's like, it's kind of use what you want, but I like recipes like that. I think they're really easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat some of this for lunch, and then I'm gonna have to take Lou for his second walk, and then maybe come back and switch out the Easter bunny that's on the door and hopefully wrap this up because I have a feeling this one's gonna be a really long one. All right, friends, I just finished eating my lunch and now I have to take Louie for his second walk. And I really think that this vlog is going to be too long. So what I'm going to do is I will just take a picture of the bunny wreath that I have on my front door, and then I will show you the wreaths that I'm putting up there in place of that. And just to save some time, because I really think it's going to be too long. I have just been yammering on way too long today, so I don't want to make this to be an hour-long vlog. So I am going to call it a day, but I do want to thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you all next time. Bye.